Welcome back to the Rhode Show this morning in the Buzz. Did you get your royal wedding invite?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just the bachelor party invite.
Yeah, you want to go to that. I know you do. The stag party. Well, if you were not on the list, don't worry, because we do have an image of the invitation of the wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton to show you. Just yesterday, officials released a picture of the official invite. It's actually pretty simple.
Yeah.
I mean, it does include things like the dress code, asking for uniform, morning coat, or lounge suit. Take your pick. William and Kate.
Wear my lounge suit.
Yeah, me too. I don't even know what that means. But William and Kate reportedly have invited 1,900 guests to their upcoming April 29th wedding. The question is, though, who will the lucky invitees be? Apparently, now this is a huge snub, I think. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, not on the list. A rep for her says that Fergie is going to be overseas and was not expecting an invite to the nuptials.
Yeah, right.
Lie. Her daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, is that how you say it? Eugenie? I don't know. Eugenie are expected to be among the wedding guests. Also on the not invited list, President Barack Obama. Who will be there? Well, the Beckhams, of course, will be there. And get this is pretty cool. William and Kate's exes are going to be there. 2 of Prince William's former girlfriends will be there.
Nothing like rubbing it in.
Oh, no, but you know what, though? I just read a book about them, and it does make sense because they all actually do get along, you know, in their circles, so it does make sense. It's nothing scandalous. After the wedding ceremony, about 600 people have also been invited to a lunchtime reception at the palace, hosted by the Queen, and an even more select group of 300 will go to dinner, followed by dancing, hosted by Prince Charles at Buckingham Palace. It's also being reported guests are being asked to use discretion when it comes to the use of social networking during the ceremony. So important that they put that request out there. Can't you see people on there going on Facebook and Twittering pictures, and
or even
you know,
snapping the pictures and immediately posting them. And
so, what do you think of the guest list, Michaela? Makes
in
sense?
terms of Fergie,
Yeah.
I guess if she is overseas, like it kind of is, you know, why bother to send an invitation? I don't know what's going on in the background of that.
Yeah.
But the exes, like you said, I mean, you know, you can say, oh, someone invited their ex, and it could go one of two ways. We don't know the relationship that they have. They could be the best of friends. Maybe they dated and it didn't work out, so now they get along, which is apparently what it's like you
getting
said.
along, yeah.
Or, you know, of course, I'm sure people have their exes out there that you'd be like, no way, I'm definitely not inviting them. But they clearly, you know, they must get along. They must be friends.
What do you think, Patrick?
I respect that.
I think Fergie's kind of a disaster in the whole royal family, so I'm not surprised she's not going to be there. I'm not surprised that Barack Obama, President Obama, and his wife were not invited.
I'm not surprised.
Like, why?
Well, it's not like he's the president of England or anything like that. You know? Am I surprised that David Beckham and
they are friends, though.
The Spice Girls were invited?
Well, I mean, that's not all the Spice
You know, Beckham's a star and a huge star over there. Obviously, so is Victoria. So I'm not surprised about that. I mean, you know, Prince William, he's a hip dude.
Here's the other thing, too. The guest list is enormous. It's not like they're limited to inviting 150 people, and then you start getting into scandalous, like, why were they left off the list? I mean, you get a lot of people.
Then they narrow it down. They're like, oh, okay, we're going from the 1900 to 600 to 300. So I don't know how far the Beckhams are going to go in that rank, but I don't know.
Imagine being hired as the wedding planner for this wedding. I mean, you've got to be just jumping out of your skin.
Tell me,
you know?
name 1,900 people for me.
Oh.
It's like you couldn't even do that.
Don't know.
If you had to pick 1,900 people, just if you had to, I feel like
I'd be going up to people on the street, be like, "Hey, what are you doing on April 29th? Want to come to my wedding?" You know?
Do you think it'll be open bar?
No, I don't know.
Come on.
Now that Fergie's not going to be there, we should be all set. So,
all
right, let's move over to Courtney Caligiuri talking about what people are saying about this big list.
Yeah, you know, lots more people are more interested than I thought, I guess, which is interesting for me to read about that. We have lots of comments on Facebook and on the live blog, so we'll start there on foxprovidence.com. These are from 2 of the guys blogging with us this morning, and E-Rock says, I'll probably watch when it's on TV, but otherwise not much. It's interesting because of who it is, but I imagine it'll be on the same level as Charles and Diana. And Tripp says, I'm a little bit interested, especially after seeing the movie The King's Speech recently, but not going out of my way for information. Here's our poll right underneath the live blog. Do you have any interest in the royal wedding? A, yes, and I wish I could attend. B, a little, it's a harmless spectacle. And C, no, I'm not interested in any of it. And here's a snapshot of our Facebook page, and Melanie Davidson says yes, and she's planning the viewing party already. She says mimosas and hats with my female family members. Donna Mitchell says it's a nice diversion from everything else going on in the world, but not really. And Eric Raposa says it's happening too far away to care. He says we left the rule of the crown a long time ago. And Stephen Swindell says I wasn't invited. People get married every day. No big deal. So if you guys want to vote in our poll, you can do that, and we'll have the results at the end of the show.